Hi, everyone, and welcome into the Dapper Degens. My name is Josh Albrecht.
I'm Sleepy Martin.
Kierlock.
I'm Will.
I'm Dan.
Dan, I think you're about as exhausted as I am.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, no,
I'm
you don't.
insanely well rested today.
That's weird.
Screw you too, Will.
That's weird, Will.
I'm
not
surviving
very
on
good.
spite and caffeine.
All right.
It's almost like I didn't travel to the West Coast for 5 to 10 days and deal with a 3-hour time differential for that time.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of hurry up and wait. We'll get to that.
Just
All right,
saying.
first, as always, we start our episodes talking about the newest drops from Arizaveros.com. So we go to Degen Vision 2.0.
Oh, hey. Ooh.
The Roosevelt's files, or the results files, depending on who's listening and never heard the name before.
Rated R.
For rarity.
The R files. All right. Anyone get
Oh,
any of
wait.
them?
You want me to move it?
That would help.
I was waiting. So I am now the proud owner of Bird Watching.
Oh. I feel like it's
Nice.
been a minute since you bought a shirt, Will.
I technically didn't buy the shirt.
Oh.
Can you
Just
zoom in on it?
magically,
Thank you.
someone may or may not have sent it to me. So
This was like 50 shirts ago, so I can't remember exactly.
in con speak, yes, it was about 50 shirts ago. This one out of the entire drop for me is absolutely hilarious because birds are not real.
Right. That's the whole point of the shirt, right?
Yep.
Conspiracy
They are
theories.
FBI surveillance drones. You recharge on telephone lines. Birds aren't real.
Sure.
Anybody else get any of these?
No,
Nope.
but I'm adding that same one to cart.
Cryptid Country I really like. And apparently it's made by his Instagram tag is Monty GOG. And I cannot remember his name for the life of me. I think it's David. But he's a friend of Ian's. And when I first saw this, I thought this was an Ian shirt. Just looking at the style, looking at the kind of cartoony look to it. It's Monty's. Dave's also tracks. Those two are hand in hand in a lot of stuff. But that shirt is in the cart to actually be purchased because the Jersey Devil's on it.
Nice.
So I got the Cryptid Country and I got the birds.
Oh, nice. Okay. I ain't getting nothing.
I also got nothing.
Is
I just like the fact that they also made youths.
Yeah, is this the first time they've done that? They've made Utes for
For the R
For
files.
R files, yeah.
I
R
don't
files
remember
the
the
first
good
drop was last
window.
year.
Send the kids to school with conspiracy theories.
Always.
My dad
Oh.
believes in aliens.
My dad believes that birds aren't real.
My dad thinks 9/11 was planned. Okay.
My
let's
father.
go.
I don't.
All
The
right.
bird speaks double to me because my kids absolutely and I loved Mo Willems, and his
Mo what?
pigeon books were hilarious.
they loved what?
Moana.
Mo Willems.
What the heck is Mo Willems?
He's an author for children's
okay.
books, but they're written witty enough that the parents like them too.
Okay.
Mm.
Noise, noise,
Cool.
noise.
Next
Overall,
drop, I believe,
drop.
was Das
the
Bob.
burgers that are Bob.
The big yeah.
Elizabeth.
So I've never seen this show.
Oh my God, Daniel.
Oh.
Same.
Martin, I don't expect, I mean, I do expect that out of you. Like, you don't watch a lot.
But like,
You're
What
very,
was-
very disconnected from what is current and hip.
it's hard. It's hard for you not to have watched Bob Burgers because it was like right after Family Guy.
Hey,
Or something,
question.
Right. Which is how I
Is-
always thought. Like I never seeked it out. It was just on.
Yeah,
Is
it
the
was just
voice
like-
of Archer the voice of Bob? Yes, the answer
Yes.
is yes.
Yeah, no. I knew that. Is Bob's Burgers currently playing on United Flights?
Maybe.
My God.
I know it's available on Disney Plus.
Yes.
Wi-Fi is now playing on United Flights, so stop your bitching.
This is the one that I thought was pretty creative.
The
out
beef
of all of them.
squatch one, yes. That is a fantastic episode too.
Never seen it.
Oh my god, you too?
I've seen the show. I didn't see, I don't know that episode.
You should definitely watch that episode.
Yeah, I didn't get anything from Bob's Burgers drop.
I also did not get anything.
I see.
Well,
they have a
it's-
mechanic shirt though.
The mechanic shirt is nice, and that's a direct relation to the Wonder Dwarf.
I do know the
Yes.
cards went pretty quick though.
Cards were gone within like 4 or 5 minutes.
Right. What was the stipulation?
Here's
on
the
it?
thing, though. I like the stipulation that they put that you can't return
Yep.
the clothing item without
Unless
the
the cards
cards
are with it.
intact.
Yep.
Yeah. That was brilliant because you paid
what-
$0.
What was
Sorry.
the small print? Like, how did you get the cards?
You bought a
You
shirt.
purchased an item.
You
and if
purchased
you're-
one of the first 750 shirts sold
Of any of the shirts?
of any shirt. You just had to be within the first 750
Cool.
Of the Bob's Burger shirts.
Right.
of
I didn't know if
the
it was like
recent
one
Bob's
shirt.
Burgers release.
Right. I didn't know if it was like a certain shirt or
Mhm.
just
No,
any shirt.
it was anything
Just
from
the
the
collection,
source.
bro. All right, so no one got Bob's Burgers.
Nope.
I didn't, but that mechanic shirt.
All
Yeah,
right.
we should just move on.
And
'cause
pull
I'm
up the
it's making me
back side of the
hungry.
mechanic shirt for me, please.
It's making me really
'Cause
hungry.
this one's
Better-
actually really good.
It better not be a burger on it.
No, it's the Wonder Dwarf.
I don't understand the reference.
Yeah,
but
I don't know what that is. either.
Show.
Go watch the show. Martin,
Oh.
I can't watch the show. I'm doing a podcast.
No one should go
Right
watch
now.
it.
No. I should.
Wait,
I should
no.
go.
As much as he looks
Wait.
at his phone, just start streaming the damn
wait,
thing.
we do all have 2 screens, right?
Maybe.
Oh, is this going to be our first
Do you think
DJ's
I have two
react?
screens in my closet? You think I have that much
DGen
room?
watch party?
I don't know.
Oh, DGen Watch Party. We could do that one night.
Sounds like it.
All right, that's enough
Super
of
fun pod.
ADHD and ooh, shiny. What was the next thing, Daniel? Today was the office hours collection.
Waffles.
Shout
Which
out to
that-
all them teachers.
With the reduced prices too, which is very nice.
I would have bought Creature if it didn't have Snake.
I would have bought Please Excuse My Dear Aunt Sally if I could buy shirts this week.
I
I thought stock
Was-
was going to last, so I didn't buy
Samesies.
Please Excuse My Dear Aunt Sally, but that's the one I really wanted.
Yeah.
Wait, that's. Oh my goodness, that sold out too. Son of
Yeah,
a.
that and the book shirt sold
hold
out.
on, go down. What about the science shirt?
I like the science shirt too.
I liked science too. It was like it reminded me of
Mad
Uh,
scientist.
Mad
Mad
Scientist.
Scientist, but like not spooky.
So it's Mad Scientist during office hours.
Is that
Ooh.
3X I see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still got
Could
3x.
What you know? Woo woo. Go grab that. Gonna put that in my cart and forget about it.
So
Actually,
the
I
book
should do
one,
that.
I was shocked to see sell out because the similar design patterns for the VHS didn't
Right?
seem
Yeah.
to be received
people
all that
did
well.
not-
Mm-hmm.
But this one, there's the fact that it's all relatable stuff, and apparently there's a lot of English teachers and insiders and librarians and
Do we
the
think?
like.
Did we notice and do we think that the $60 price tag on the shirts had anything to do with it?
No.
Yeah, teachers don't get paid a lot, bro.
Right.
I don't think that people bought the shirts just because they were $60.
Seems kind of like a fire sale to me. Seems like maybe I should get one.
That's Ross. You
But-
should buy the entire collection.
But if I was
You
going
can.
to, I would like and subscribe to this channel before I would buy any of these shirts.
Wow. What a
Ross,
brilliant idea.
I've already liked and subscribed. So can you buy a shirt?
Yeah, same. And I even hit the bell. I get notified when our new episodes get loaded.
Good.
Get notified 3 times.
Yeah. If you would have hit the bell like a
I
long
get-
time ago, like when we first started, you would have heard 101 notifications. But
Is that a
Well,
new
those,
Disney story?
Yes. Coming this
the
fall.
movie's just ding, ding, ding.
All right.
101 times.
So no one got teachers, but people got teachers.
Man, a lot of people didn't get shirts. I wonder why.
Now let's
I'm
talk to
cold.
the giant elephant in the room.
What? Why? Wait, are we done
We
with
did-
Degen Vision?
So we didn't have an episode last week because there was a really funny clip episode last week that had me rolling the entire time.
I gotta say, I'm so glad we did that because there were
And-
so many people that were like, "Okay, so that's what's going on with that joke," and I was like, "Yeah, sorry, we never reset the joke. We just
keep going with
doing
it.
Yep.
Yes.
So if you still are confused at some of the jokes we make, you can always go back to the recap episode that's after episode 100 and listen to that. But to your point, well, yeah, we did that because some of us went to California for an event
Yeah.
called D23.
Yeah.
It seems like a blur. Oh, so glad you didn't zoom in
God
on
help
me.
me.
I cannot wait to hear this topic.
Yes, the answer is Disneyland's there. D23 is fun. You should definitely go there.
And did I even go? I don't even know. We went there.
Okay.
We definitely went there.
So D23 was a blast. A lot of fun. Everyone had fun. I don't even remember when Ross got there. I ended up running into Martin and Will on what was that, boys? Wednesday.
Martin and Will.
No,
Martin and
Martin and
Will?
Dan. Sorry. Well, kind of Will too, because he was on a phone. Literally, it was the first day.
Hey,
You
hey, I didn't do
Were
it.
you?
I didn't do
I
it.
didn't see that.
Hi, Dan. I was like, "Yep, first day. It's first day."
I did not see that. I don't think it counts. Wait, was that at the meetup? Or
No, he
No.
said Wednesday.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't get a
Wednesday.
meetup. I didn't get a meetup FaceTime. What the hell is that about?
Yeah, that was weird.
There wasn't enough room for a FaceTime.
But it was a great
Meetup.
time, and we'll get into Disneyland and all the fun we had. But the elephant in the room was
Disney
happened at the
security?
no.
Yeah, that was bad.
So day one of D23, which is a Comic-Con. For those that don't know, it's just like
But
San
it's
Diego
only
Comic-Con,
Disney stuff.
but it's only Disney. So it's a Comic-Con for just Disney peeps. And it was packed. It was very packed, just like any other Comic-Con would be. And before the event started, on I want to say Tuesday, could have been Wednesday, it was announced that there were going to be fast passes.
Ooh, hot topic.
Now, these fast passes are not for D23. They are for Roosevelt's, the company that we talk about with the shirts. And if you still don't know what that is, I don't know, don't watch this. So they usually, correct me if I'm wrong, gentlemen, they usually just throw the fast passes out there. They don't make an announcement of
Correct.
when the fast passes are going to be available. This go.
Correct.
Aha, they're there.
It's like a Chaos Wednesday.
Correct.
Yep.
But without even the tease on Twitter.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. And for some reason, they decided we're going to tell everyone when the fast passes are dropping. Bold move, Cotton. They did that. Everyone's on their phones, going nuts, trying to add to cart, check out, get them, whatever. And then more come out. Some people get them, some don't. Oh, shoot, man, I didn't get any. Oh, crap. I was one of those people. I was pissed. It's like, damn it. Now I got to get up at 4 a.m, go stand outside, because the Fast Pass allows you to skip the line. So you don't have to wait in line. You can just show up at the booth. There's this whole separate line. Just go check out. That's pretty cool. All right. So fast forward to Friday. And again, I did see Ross. I saw Ross walking past me as I was in the queue to get into the con. I had been there with my son Jordy. outside of our hotel, waiting in line at like 5:00. And we went and whatever, and we got in and we ran to the booth. And somehow a few other people still beat me to the booth, including our friend Steve Glass. And him and his family and a bunch of us were in line with our 9 a.m. wristband. I know what you're saying, Josh. Fast passes, wristbands. The heck are you talking about? There's so many things. Right. So wristbands are what a lot of different places, not just Roosevelt's, give you as like a will call time. Like this is when you
A
get
return
to come
time, yeah.
Yes. And Roosevelt's, trying to be the nice people they were, realizing they made a mistake. Sorry, I forgot this part. I'm still tired. They issued too many fast passes. And so they had to bring some back the day before the comp. They said, we feel bad for the people that thought they got a fast pass and didn't. So we're going to give them a 9 a.m. wristband. So you don't get to skip the line, but you'll be able to come right away and be in the first grouping of people getting shirts, which to me, pretty damn good deal.
And they got their points back.
And
Yeah.
they got their points back. So
So you got
essentially,
a free 9 o'clock wristband.
right. So essentially, you maybe have to, all this is really costing you is maybe a little bit of time at most.
Josh,
Not
let me
that
interrupt
big
you
of a
for
deal.
a second to back up. So on the wristband system, there's only so many, say 9 o'clock slot, then so many 10 o'clock, and then so many 11. So as you go through the doors, if we're just a regular person off the street, you go into the vendor booths that you want to get the wristbands for, you get the wristbands. You may get a 2 o'clock return time depending on what's left in their, pile of wristbands. So that's why, Josh saying the 9 a.m. wristband or like the first time slot, it's a significant deal.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Thank you, Dan.
Very
Yes.
coveted. Very coveted.
Yes, because then you any FOMO you have of not being able to get the shirt in your size, you're in the first grouping of people that are allowed to shop at that time. Now, we had heard that they were going to have more stock to kind of make people be more at ease about if they weren't in the first grouping, so people weren't trampling over each other. So I'm standing there in line with Jordy. I'm feeling good. I'm like, all right, we're here. That sucked. Like, I'm already sweaty. Like, I'm like that. I didn't sleep enough sweaty, but I'm like, whatever. I'm in line. I'm getting my shirts. Well, they take like one person from the standby line, from the line I'm in for the 9 a.m. wristband. And then the fast pass people start coming in, right? They go up to Justin and Scotty, both who work for HQ. And they have a list of people that needed to get a 9 a.m. wristband because they didn't get the fast pass email. The problem was that then the people that got that 9 a.m. wristband were going in the fast pass line as if they had a fast pass. And then they were just checking out. And they were Roosevelt's was taking no one from the standby line. So all of us that weren't on that email list, that were just waiting in line to be able to get our shirts in the 9 a.m., we weren't moving. No one. And the line, the fast pass line, just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger as more people started strolling in, because they weren't sending any of the people that had the 9 a.m. wristband because they didn't have a fast pass into the 9 a.m. line. They were just letting them go in the fast pass line. And so the standby line wasn't moving at all. And it kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. At one point, I realized this, and I'm like, oh, okay. They're making, hold up, time out, 30 seconds. Let's wait a second. I went up to Justin and Scotty. I said, guys, you're making a mistake here. People are going the wrong line. Justin was like, no, we got it. We're just, it's all working the way it's supposed to. And I went, okie dokie. And I got back in line. Then it hit like a half hour and no one had moved in the standby line. And at this point, everyone's getting like really upset because they're
It's
like, what is happening?
It's like
right now?
flashback of 2 years ago.
Now,
I don't want to talk about 2 years ago.
so we're standing there and we're trying to figure out what's going on. Now, I saw Ross as one of those people. Ross, I saw you as one of those people in that line.
Right.
In the-
I had fast passes. I had legit fast passes.
but
though,
you had a
every day.
fast pass, so you
Like a
didn't need
legit.
the wristband.
A legit.
Your fast pass did not get returned.
It did not. I haven't. I can show the email if you need me to,
It's,
but
I don't care.
Yeah, prove
I-
it.
Yeah,
Ross
but-
feels like he's being freaking.
but the
Oh,
point
God.
is that so I saw him in line, but he had the fast pass, so he was in the correct line. But with him were other people that were literally looking around like, I don't know, like this is just where I was told to go. So I don't know, sucks to be you guys. And we're in line, and like I said, people are getting more and more pissed. Once it hit like 45 minutes to an hour, and now at this point, like two people standby have gone. Now people are getting really upset. And so that's when I went up to Scotty again. And I said, Scotty, I don't think you understand what I'm saying right now. No one from the line is able to buy shirts. And he was very confused. And he was like, why? Like they should be going like every other or something. Then he went and I know like Steve and other people then got a hold of John T. And then at that point, they had started the system of like taking two separate lines.
Lightning lane mentality.
Correct. You'd let a few go, and then you'd let a few go. And they had, now keep in mind, there were three guys, Nate, Rob, and DTH were working, the desk. And then you had Pete and Justin behind the scenes. I think it was just those two. There might have been more, forgive me if there were, that were grabbing all the shirts for all the orders. And I mean, these guys are just busting their ass trying to get all the shirts. The problem was the mistake that happened up front with not sending the wristband people to the right line had created such a huge group of people that then on top of that, we're ordering 15 shirts, which takes a while to go. Think about when you go to the fast food lane, the drive-through. And it's like, yeah, can I get number 2? No. Let me get number 4. And then let me get, it was that with shirts.
So Josh, on top of that though, one thing is people came in prepared with what the field notes had shown.
Mm-hmm.
There was probably double that when you showed up.
Correct.
And the way the booth is constructed, there's a little box where all the stuff is kind of in facing, and you don't see it until you leave or get invited from kind of where the line, the pretend stop here before the TSA agent calls you to the checkout. And so people get in there, and now all of a sudden they're inundated with an additional 20, 30 products, from hats to pins to t-shirts to they had like a Powerline jacket that really nobody saw and took advantage of, that was in there, that was amazing looking. And now you just have a menu that's rivals the cheesecake menu or a Cheesecake Factory.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody got in there and was just like, do I want that?
Right. And then you
And
also have,
back to what you're saying, because like I had a fast pass too. And at this point, like we were queued up, we weren't even moving for a while. I think it took me almost an hour and a half, hour, 45 minutes to clear as a fast pass in that morning. Cause on top of the queue building up inside of, Roosevelt's, there was also problems with security getting in. So you had like 3 separate waves coming in, piling up on top of what Josh is talking about.
There were also people, it took you a while because there were people in your line that didn't have fast pass, that just had a wristband, but they were in the fast pass line. So, right. So now it's all boggled down and it's a mess. Now, for the most part, if you had a 9 a.m. wristband in any way, shape, or form, you still got whatever you wanted. I think there were some skater dresses that might have gone.
Smalls went quick.
But beyond that, everything was still available. The problem was people had to wait. Like people were in line at that booth for multiple hours on that first day.
I also, Josh, want to highlight here too, D23 as a whole has such a high volume of people. Like it's not just Roosevelt's.
It's a
that
reseller
we're feeling this. I mean, the reason why some of the other like booths look like they were going is their booth footprint literally was an entire silo of the convention center, so they could take 150 people at a time
Mm-hmm.
into the area and go through. So, choke points and things like that. But I mean, honestly, a lot of activations and things throughout D23 had 30-minute, 45-minute queues, as you're going through. But back to what you're
you
saying.
couldn't even get in because
Well,
Correct.
you
virtual
needed to have
queue.
a virtual queue, and if you didn't, then it didn't matter how long the line was. You just weren't getting in.
well, you're
So-
also missing that there was also women's cuts of every single Kunu
Mm-hmm.
that was available.
There had to have been probably close to 100 items all in
I wouldn't
I
be
mean,
surprised if it
between
was
men's
around
and women's
110.
cuts.
Yeah, it
Men's,
was
women's,
wild.
hats, hoodies.
Men's,
Yeah.
women's hats, pins, jackets, t-shirts,
Breakfast
Backpacks.
balls.
backpacks, breakfast
There
balls,
was
polos,
golf
skater
things,
dresses.
pins,
Yeah, lots of stuff, and people were
hoodies,
buying
jackets.
lots of stuff, right? Like that, like it
Oh,
was,
I saw Ross's highlight on For the Love of Theme Parks.
Yeah,
yes,
I
yes.
saw
was,
that clip.
There was
wild. It was wild.
there were many things, and so people were very frustrated on day one with how that went. But again, people got, for the most part, like the problem was in the morning, and for the most part, people got what they needed. Now, day two, they did have wristbands, but they handed them out, and this is my understanding. Right now, I was not there first thing in the morning. My understanding is they did have wristbands. They did hand out wristbands. They went extremely quick, just like we've seen at
Mhm.
past events, San Diego. And
Yeah.
they were gone in like 10 minutes, even
That
less.
was D23 2024. I was at the booth within 2 or 3 minutes of the con floor opening, and return times were gone.
Right.
So
So if that's the case, then you had to wait until noon for the standby.
the weirdest thing about the second day, though, is that out of the 100 items you could pick from, there was only 2 new items on
Yep.
Right.
Saturday.
Yeah.
On Saturday, so like,
Yeah.
Well, technically 4 if they did women's cuts as well, but yes.
right. So like, you start off with the first day dropping 100 items, and then the next day, and thankfully they kept limits on Saturday, or I think that would have been a cluster. for
Even
sure.
The
more
other
of a
thing they did in
disaster.
Saturday that was helped to relieve a little bit of it is the regular wristband start time was much later in the morning, so that way the fast pass and the I don't know, but
They canceled Fast Pass.
the we're sorry
Yeah.
version of the fast pass wristband could get through as the actual fast pass doing the fast pass thing, and the other folks got the initial opening slot, and
Yeah.
nobody could line up until they cleared through that. It still
Right.
took time because there was still a lot of decision making and churning and burning on
Sure.
at the checkout, but that part
Now,
was
I have
little
I have a question regarding fast passes and wristbands.
Mhm.
Is this the same way it operated for San Diego?
with the exception of the website glitch with the fast pass
Which,
issuance.
which caused all that was the first domino, Will.
Well, no, and that I know they use 2 different
the
systems. They use
booth
their
in the
system and a reward
system-
system.
Yeah, the booth and the system were the same. Except for San Diego, the product was spread out over 3 separate booths.
Right, but my question is, does a fast pass always get first priority, or is it that the fast pass people can just show up at whatever point and just skip the line one by one?
So skip the line because in
So
San Diego,
so that's how it ran in San Diego. So not everyone shows up with a fast pass, everybody with the fast pass can buy all their crap, and then everybody else has
Correct.
rights to buy.
But the
Okay.
big thing to keep in mind here is the number of people that actually get issued a fast pass per day is a small number. It's not.
yeah, I think it
100
was like
people.
10 or something like
It's,
So,
that.
it's
so, like,
extremely small.
I'm telling you, like, I'm not saying like I called it, but like I remember commenting like after the fast passes were like done, like before the expo, I was like, how many freaking people got fast passes? Because I'm like, I know, Martin, did you even try for the fast passes?
Yeah,
You did? Did you get them?
I got
You got
I
one,
got
right?
Sunday, then
You got-
Saturday, then Friday.
You got something, right? You
Yeah.
got something, right? Like literally almost everyone I know got something.
Got fast
Something.
pass.
Like
Right. Even I had one for Saturday.
right. It's like somebody had something. And then the other crazy like little part of it is like I know Lana and then Brian Wofford, they had theirs in like the first seconds of it. And I didn't. And I kept refreshing and I got all 3 single days, and then theirs got canceled and mine didn't, which is I don't know. I'm not gonna go down that road, but
Right.
it's
So-
it's just
so
No,
it's just
and
wild.
that's a timestamp and bandwidth and lag and two
The-
systems
right.
that are talking to each other that didn't sync up properly.
The
Right.
point here's the main takeaway from this, okay? Was there was a problem with something that Roosevelt was trying to do that was fun and helped people that were familiar with the brand and spent money with the brand. It helps kind of get those people an opportunity to something. It didn't work. Something went wrong. And then from that, there was a problem that could have been stopped. It could have been stopped early. If all of those people that showed up and got the wristband had to go wait in line with the other
Like everybody
people
else.
that had red wristbands, like I tried to tell them was happening, this problem, sure, it exists, but nowhere near the level that it did. It just elevated to that point. And by the time that HQ finally realized what was actually happening, now there was a bigger mess to clean up. They took care of it. They talked about it. They did what they could to try to make it easier for Saturday. And some people out there still weren't satisfied with the process on Saturday. And that caused even more people to pile on the company and everything else. And so here's my thing on it. Did Roosevelt's mess up? Absolutely. Will they admit that they messed up? You bet. But I think the hard thing that they're going through that we all need to also realize with this company is that they're trying to scale as a company while still keeping these things that made the brand unique when it was small with this family atmosphere and having fun and doing these certain things. And then when they don't work, they're still trying to make up for it. They should have just said, sorry, we're giving you your points back. You don't get a fast pass. And then that just be it. If that happens, the problem really just becomes no different than any other booth that was swamped with people. It's just because then it was not just Roosevelt's that had major lines. I was trying to look at a lounge fly bag for Julie. I ended up like waiting an hour in line and then gave up and then got out. Like it was just insane. Like I
Now,
couldn't.
like I wouldn't call this a Roosevelt's like I wouldn't say it's their fault at all. I mean, it's not like they made the code or made the website.
I'm gonna jump in on that one.
All right, you got it. You can do it.
So, yes, there's a thing called accountability.
Right.
Whether they hired a person to write the code, whether they wrote the code themselves, the code had issues. From a brand's perspective, they needed to take accountability. They did.
Right.
Were the corrections what everybody wanted? Probably not. Was it, what they could do on the fly given the circumstance? Yeah. Was it right? Was it wrong? Who knows? It is what it is, and it happened. They addressed it. They apologized. It is a thing, like I'm going to dig into some of the community aspects of it too, and things that went well and did go well from the community, because the community piled on and put, this is some of the comments I heard where, this is a repetitive thing. They should do better. It shouldn't be happening like this. And I do kind of agree to some points. There are some repetitive things over time, but it's also hard when you get to a D23 or San Diego when something at that scale happens, because something as simple as Wi-Fi dropping or bad signal that is out of their control once you're in the building, and they would have reacted and the line would have been the same. And if the people would have gotten in the correct line, the weights are still there. You're just shifting it from people standing on the left side to the right side. But then, there were a lot of people who came, to defend the brand and the people. And then there were a lot of people who went into private chats and just started attacking individuals, whether they were employees, whether they were fans of the brand. Like, I saw everything on both sides of the spectrum. And that was disheartening to me, because I know things were probably said about me. I know things were said about me. I know things were said about people I care deeply about on both sides of the issue. And that was like the hurtful, because, like, I happen to have developed close relationships to a lot of the community and to the staff over years, and just a lot of blatant lies. But we also have a lot of new fans who don't know what's going on. And immediately those keyboard warriors who feel the need, like, I saw comments from people who weren't part of the group until 2 weeks ago make bold comments that I've never heard their name or had a conversation or seen them at a meetup. Doesn't mean that they weren't there, because, like, I was, buying the brand for years before I was into the social side of it, in the community side of it. But, like, it just brought out, both the good and, the bad side of internet facing community stuff. But at the same point, like, do you want them to go be a Nike that Nike doesn't do this stuff?
Doesn't do any of it. And to your point, Dan, it was on both sides. People, it became an issue that happened in real life, ended up bleeding onto the internet through the groups. And then you had people who not only are new, but also people who have been in the group for many, many years, who do not really participate in the group that much anymore, who also came out and said, look at how much things have changed, which I sat here going, like, again, like, I'll go back to my high school analogy, right? Things change. You ever go back to your old high school? Looks a lot different.
Yeah, it
Like,
does.
you grew out of it, right? So, like, if you're not a part of it, you're not participating because you got mad that you got old, right? Which will happen at some point. All of us too will be like, hey, remember when
Would we be the super seniors in like 2 years?
remember when we used to
Hey,
be those diehard
Bowling
people?
for Soup has a song about this.
Yes.
Yeah,
High
they
school
do.
never ends. But it, like, you saw them coming out of the woodwork saying, this happened, and I'm not surprised that happened, and just piling
I've seen
on.
comments. I saw comments on social media, either on insiders or on other people's posts or whatever, and it's like, these are comments from people that I wouldn't have expected these individuals to make these comments to, and it's kind of hurtful,
Right?
Because you see one side of someone and you think you know someone, and then they say something that's very off-putting, and it's like, did I actually know that person?
Well,
and
and
then
my,
they're talking about it, and they're not even there. Like, they're
Right.
not even,
right. Yeah.
right, they weren't even there. They're just using this as an opportunity to add fuel to a fire that honestly didn't need to be publicly put out there. And if it was, listen, I'm still hoping that fire was said by those individuals out of emotion. And
Hey, Josh, remind you of anything?
no, what's that?
Too soon.
Look, it's the same thing. You can
I
have
still
all
have
the
it.
positivity.
Oh, I
and
thought
we
it
could
was
I
sit
didn't
there.
get one. Screw the brand. I'm out.
I thought it was gone.
Like,
but listen,
yeah,
there are fun things to still talk about from D23. I want to make sure we get
let's
to
go
those
there.
two.
yeah,
But
Josh,
hold on.
How was your first D23?
Hold on.
Year after your first San Diego Comic-Con.
Yes, I will get to that in a second. But I really want to just nail in the coffin on this. This is not.
This is a pretty big fucking
situation.
coffin.
Yes,
Do
it
I
is.
have a horse?
This is not the situation that is going to be a factor that should lead to people's jobs or something with the brand that could be a severe change with the company. Overall, on the fly, Roosevelt's handled it absolutely the best they could. If this is something that continues time and time again, guess what? They'll end up losing people for it. But the hatred and things that were put out beyond that, it needs to be done. It needs to be done. That's the last thing I'll say on it. Everyone just try to be better. Okay?
IWKYM.
I got nothing.
I'm
Was that a
waiting for Will.
transition?
Oh,
Wait, what
I'm
book
waiting
is that?
for Will.
I
Oh, no,
didn't. I
that's
probably
not
didn't
it.
get there yet.
IWKYM.
Which book are you on, Will?
KY Jelly.
I'm still.
I don't
I'm
know.
like halfway through 3.
Okay, yeah, you haven't. Sorry, you haven't gotten
All
that
right.
reference yet.
Oh, this is Crawler.
You guys see what this is?
You found him.
Oh my
you
goodness.
cheeky
No.
bastard!
I didn't. I
It
didn't.
doesn't look
Julie
Is
that
that
did.
good.
the store brand?
This is a crust offs
What
sandwich.
the hell
Those
is
are
that?
crust offs. Is that
This is-
Disney branded?
What
This
the
is-
hell is even that?
What the hell is even that? This is a Costco brand
Boo!
Uncrustable.
How much you want to bet it's the Welch? What the reason we can't find Welch's is
It's because Costco bought all of them.
and changed the logo.
They
All right.
bought out manufacturing rights.
So first and foremost, it's square like an actual.
I don't like
sandwich,
it. Nope.
and it's got a little weight to it. You know,
We went from fast passes to crust off.
Okay.
The bread. The bread makes
Martin and
it.
I
Yeah.
did an experiment. We
We-
shared a hotel room. We have determined one
Oh.
box of Uncrustables per Degen per
Per day.
5 day?
Yeah, 5 days.
stay?
How
5
big of a
days.
box?
It was the Target box.
The 8 or
Is
the
it
15?
8 or 12 per box? I can't remember.
Probably.
I
the
feel like
8.
there's a lot of bread here. I feel
Can
like I'm
we see
eating
a
more
side view?
bread.
Can we get a
Can we see
side?
an
Can we get a
intersection?
side? Yeah, that's too much
Yeah,
bread.
come on.
That's too much bread.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
That's
doesn't
too much
look
bread.
frozen
That's not
enough for me.
Uncrustable scale.
What does that look like?
Yeah.
Josh, you're gonna don't.
Don't say it.
Oh God.
Oh,
Put your tongue in
God.
there. Put your
Jesus.
tongue in there.
All right. So, how was D23? D23 was awesome. It was probably the best con I've ever been to. It was like when I went to San Diego, or when I go to a fan expo account or event,
See, yeah.
even if there's a celebrity, right? Like knowing I can pay to meet celebrities and whatever, there's always something there that I don't know, or like I'm just not familiar. There's so many different genres of stuff, anime, Disney, video games, to where I'm like, I see a bunch of people freaking out and doing things. And I'm like, I don't know what the hell that is. Should I know? I feel stupid right now. I don't know. I knew everything. Even if I didn't like it, I knew everything. I was like, oh, there's a Hannah Montana activation. I'm not going to go there, but I know what it is. I'm aware of Hannah Montana. All right, let's keep walking. So no matter what, everything on the floor, every single thing on the floor was something that I was at the very least familiar with.
And there was a
Which-
lot.
And there was a lot, which was very cool. You know, I was told ahead of time the activations were going to be great. They were. There was a very cool Marvel one. There was, we got to see Bluey with the kids, and Lightning McQueen was there for his 20th, and so that was fun stuff for the kids. There was alcohol, so I know Ross was okay. Like it was good. Tons of areas and opportunities to take photos. Tons of ways to spend money you don't have. All in all, a really, really fantastic con and time.
Okay, your opinion as a first timer. I've asked a few people, did we prepare you for the Olympic level, like athletic excursion and brutality of the queuing, the getting in, and just the sheer?
Well, here's the other funny thing. I only had to do that on Friday. I got every shirt I wanted on Friday. So I
You didn't
was
get the
stuck.
shirt?
Nope, didn't get that one. I was stuck outside at 9:05, 9:10 because like they stopped letting people inside to let the people that got in there early. Like we literally, as a family, we walked and waited in line at like 8:40 and then went in because I didn't have to be first in line.
Yeah.
At that point, and then we just went and did the activations on Saturday. So that's the other nice thing with the way that Roosevelt's had things set up. I could get everything I wanted on the first day. I didn't have to go back to the booth and spend 2.5, 3 hours there every single day. I got the majority of things I wanted. The other thing was that I thought about when you guys brought up San Diego was it also was all in one booth. So yeah, we spent more time there, but I didn't have to like send my 9-year-old to go wait in line at the Star Wars booth and my wife to go to the breakfast balls booth while I stood in line at the regular booth.
I want to see this next year.
All the shirts. It was great. I could actually just hang out with my friends and family in one place, buy all the shit I needed and didn't need, but still bought, and then move on. So,
I don't know. Did you see it? There was somebody who left a 2-year-old and like a 9-year-old with complete strangers in a line.
Nope, not complete strangers. Friends. There were friends in that line. We weren't losing our spot in line, but we did have a VQ up at one of the company stores. So listen, I trust my 9-year-old.
And we did a first. I think we might have been the first 2-year-old's birthday party at a fancy steak joint.
One of the funniest things that happened on this entire trip, Jack, my 2-year-old, now I can say 2-year-old, he turned 2 on Saturday of the con. And we were celebrating his birthday at Disneyland, which we did before the con. So that was his like, hey, our baby's going to be 2, whatever. And then Julie was like, what are we doing for Jack's birthday? I was like, we did it already. She was like, right, but like tonight's actually his birthday. I was like, oh, shit. Okay, yeah. Well, she's like, we have to at least get him like a candle, like a cupcake or something. I was like, all right, well, where do you want to go? This whole conversation is happening via text as I'm still at the con with Dan and Martin. And I was like, hey, what are you guys doing for dinner? And they went, nothing. I was like, you want to come to a 2-year-old's birthday party? Sure.
Well, Daniel needed me there.
We couldn't decide on where to go. And we ended up going to Morton's The Steakhouse, which I still find hilarious that it's Morton's The Steakhouse, not Morton's Steakhouse. It's Morton's The Steakhouse.
And as it being a Chicago place, he didn't combust into fire.
It was a delicious meal. And I said, this has to be the first time you've ever celebrated a 2-year-old birthday party at this steakhouse. At that specific, I mean, like they were like, are you wearing sandals? Like they were checking.
Yeah, there's a sign that's like no sandals, no shorts. And we're rocking in.
And we're walking in with sandals and a 2-year-old with a happy birthday sign. They were like, excuse me, the Chuck E. Cheese is down the road. What the hell are you doing here?
IHOP's right across from the park, folks.
It was so funny. And we were all in matching shirts. And then Dan and Martin were in matching shirts. And so it was like very like, this is our family and our gay couple friends.
He even knew my order. He knew my order.
He did.
I know.
And he ordered for Martin. It was perfect. It was perfect. It was hilarious and a great time. So there were a lot of awesome memories and things that came out of the trip. They also had karaoke before the con as a part of the
Thursday night.
Meetup
right?
on
That
Thursday
meetup
night.
had so many people. I was like, two people.
Yeah, it was a lot of
worse than 2 years ago, Dan.
Oh yeah. You couldn't even walk.
I wouldn't have lasted.
No, you wouldn't have. You couldn't walk anywhere. Right.
There were a lot of people there, but Ariane, our friend Ariane, was like, Josh, you have to do sex and beer karaoke. Pat McCurdy, sex and beer. And I was like, he's a local Milwaukee musician. If you haven't been to Milwaukee to Summerfest to see him perform, you don't even know what the hell that is.
How many people were at D23 that have been to the Milwaukee meetup? Let's think about this for a second. Enough, right?
Yeah.
8 to 10.
Oh,
Maybe.
okay. Were there 10 of you doing sex and beer for karaoke?
There was more than that.
There were more than that.
Oh, there's
Ross
your answer.
didn't go up.
But-
Ross and Lane didn't go up.
That's
I
they were
was
just
there.
watching.
I was actually getting an Uber to the parks.
Yeah, that was a classic
Tracks.
Ross move.
Tracks.
But they did not have that version of karaoke, so I just had them play the song off of YouTube, and Steve and I just sang it without the lyrics. We just knew the we just knew the song, and we just sang it along with Pat, and everyone did the dance, and it was awesome. So we had a great time, and I loved it. It was an absolutely fantastic con.
Was that
So-
your
You know,
favorite
they
part of
do
the
say
trip?
it's the ultimate Disney fan experience.
I believe it.
Can I talk about a perfect storm scenario that happened that I don't think
Sure.
anybody was
Oh no.
Okay, perfect.
it's like a strawberry milkshake thoughts tonight. So perfect storm scenario. So they released 2 special shirts, the Mickey Pixel, if I said that right, and the Donald Pixel. And the Mickey one was just Mickey on it, and the Donald just Donald on it. Well, they decided to release them on Saturday, right? I think if I'm not mistaken. So they did 3 different drops, I'm pretty sure, on Saturday. Somebody just shake their head, right? Nobody? Sure. So what happened was, by the last drop of this, somebody in BST posted a Donald Mickey for like $1,200 or $1,400. So that became a perfect storm. And I think everyone noticed how much this shirt was going for. So they were like, well, I'm gonna hover around the con, the booth, so I can get a $1,400 shirt so I can resell or wear. So that became a fire marshal ordeal. Other strawberry thoughts. Definitely, if you're going to D23, make sure you take lots of money. Like, if you own a strawberry field, you should sell all your strawberries, cash them all in, and then sell the land, and maybe you'll have enough money for D23. Yeah, lots of strawberries, lots of money.
Okay.
I love how everyone helped me with.
I have
It's
one
your
question.
strawberry thoughts. The whole point of the bit, Ross, is that we hang you out to dry. That's the bit.
I have one question. Ross,
Yeah,
what is the name of the bird from the Tiki Room animatronic that you purchased? His name is not Joey. Let's think about this again.
Jose. I don't know. It
There
says
we
Joey.
go. Thank
Oh,
you.
Jose.
It's
I don't know.
Jose.
All right. Yeah, I don't know.
He doesn't
man.
care. It's a
Mine-
bird.
Mine is
It's
mush
an
right now.
animatronic bird for
Oh.
$250.
I
Yeah.
was
That
so
doesn't play music or
mad.
do anything.
I was not going to buy that bird. I did not want the bird. I wanted the Pixar lamp.
The Luxo lamp was cool.
Do you know
No,
how many?
It wasn't. Will, that's the problem. I had it in my hands. I was there with our friend Steve Laval. We're shopping. I'm walking around with it, looking at other things. I go. It's the Pixar lamp, and it's like
And it
motion
jumps and it
activated,
turns.
goes, "Doo, doo, doo,
Yeah.
doo, boop, boop, boop." And I was like, "Oh, that's so cool." And then I see him looking at it, and I'm going, you gonna get one too?" Because he already had the tiki, bird.
Yeah, he bought Joey.
And I was like, "Are you gonna get the lamp too?" And he goes, I don't know. It doesn't light up. And I went, "What?"
The
He goes,
lamp doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't light up. I went, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Yeah, it just moves. Like there's no light." And I said, "No, it's a lamp." And he went,
No.
"No, it's no. Like look." And they had one on display. And I went up to the woman that was standing by it, and I said, "Can you make it light up?" And she went, "No, it doesn't light up." And I looked at her with a face that literally, this is my face. My brain broke. I was like, what do you mean? It's $100 toy. Everything lights up. Everything lights up in 2026. Put an LED in that son of a bitch. Does that
Look,
light
I
up?
already have mine.
Does that light
Does
up?
it light up,
It's a
Will?
Lego one.
Does it
Does
light
it
up?
light up?
No.
Oh, okay.
Stupid.
I was about to say if that lit up. Wow.
That would be funny.
No, I mean, I could buy the lighting kit to make him
I
light
was
up.
gonna say you probably has a lighting
I think
kit
you
for it.
should.
There is a light kit for him, but
I
yeah,
even
this is
checked.
cool.
Like the ball part does not come off. Like there was no way for me to even rig it.
No,
light up.
because how often does the Luxo lamp actually light up? It only lights up at the end of the animation. That's it.
Yes.
It's only on the
but
screen
every
for
time
20
you see
seconds.
the animation.
What was that, Martin?
Every time you see the animation, right?
At
It's
the
lit up.
end of it when it's dark.
Yeah, but
Huge
Still
miss.
lights up.
if
Huge
you were
miss
going
by
to
Disney.
explain the Pixar lamp, you'd be like, it hops and then it turns on.
No, you wouldn't even have to say it turns on because it's a lamp.
Because it's a lamp.
That's
Yeah,
what they
it's
do.
inverted.
It's
But I mean, in order for it to
lamp
hop somewhere, it unplugged itself.
They can have a
Exactly.
really long extension cord.
no,
In
it's
the
not
animation,
plugged
there's
in.
not a
in the
there's not a-
animation, and it still lights up.
The battery's dead.
Do you know how many
Dan,
people
you
I
tried to
saw?
save something that doesn't need to be saved. It was a mistake. They messed up. Put a damn light in it. Jesus.
So
I'm sure the AA batteries in the bottom of it last a lot longer.
Josh,
if
go to the
light bulb doesn't
keyboard.
light.
The world
Yeah,
must know
Let's go,
your
keyboard
opinion.
boy.
Oh, I just.
I
did
saw
something.
so
I don't know
many
what I did.
people with the animatronic bird in a bag as their carry-on. Like legit. Like
It's
so
big.
many people. Like I was like, how do you not already have a carry-on? Like, where did your carry-on stuff go?
They checked it just like I did.
I bought 2 check bags while I
You
was
did
there.
that last D23.
Yeah, so I
How many check bag size bags do you have
there's
at home?
a storage unit with a bunch of check bags in it. So I
You're
Instacarted.
ridiculous, Ross.
I Instacarted at 1 a.m. a check bag.
Why didn't you just
so-
buy it on the con floor?
Yeah, your buddy's
Because
luggage
Didn't
brand was
realize I
there.
needed a whole nother check bag until
Lug had
I got
plenty.
back to my room.
Yeah,
What?
Lug.
Lug had
Lug
plenty.
was there.
Yeah.
Lug wasn't there. I didn't see Lug.
Yeah, they were.
Lug was definitely there.
Dude, I was in that.
I wasn't there, and I know they were there.
I was in that place for so many hours. I went down so many freaking aisles. And I swear to you, every 10 minutes, I felt like I was like, where did this come from? It was just that place. So there's 4 halls, A, B, C, D.
Yeah.
2 years ago, there was only A, B, C, and D was a holding area.
The holding pens. Yes,
Yeah.
that's where we were handed our Lorcana
Right.
wristbands
That's
years ago.
that was floor.
Yeah.
That was floor this year. And now they queued us in the basement.
With
this
no
year.
food and no coffee.
Yeah.
That's
and
bullshit.
Oh, and then
Yeah.
they took you from the queue back outside where people were just still coming in. And then
Well,
Right.
and first off,
jumping
they
in.
took us from the queue to the side that only had
Dumb.
down escalators.
Yeah, right.
That's rude.
And they
Hey,
the stupidest thing was they waited until the con opened to start taking everyone out of the basement.
Yeah,
They
it
did
was
that-
super smart.
they did that 2 years ago where they opened all the holding cells at exactly 9 a.m. If it was 9 a.m., it was exactly 9 a.m. At the same point that they're letting people in from outside because we got caught in a rush in a pinch point.
Now,
Almost
obviously,
immediately.
I have
Was
a
that
video of
Batman?
that.
Martin
Remember
got through. Yeah.
Martin,
Now-
you
Yeah,
remember
Martin
that?
and Ross just yell run.
I had a video.
And
Will
Dan and
and I
I just
get
looked at each other and were
slammed.
like, nope.
I have a recording of that too. Like Martin's like,
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
remember it.
what?
Now,
What?"
obviously, because we were so mad at Disney for wasting so much of our valuable time and having a terrible process of queuing and lines and everything, I'm assuming we're all done with Disney, right? And none of us are ever
No.
going to Disney again or
Huh.
buying anything
I will
from
be
Disney
there
again.
in
36
couple
days.
weeks.
Oh, I'll be there pretty soon.
No, we have to cancel. We have to be mad.
I'll be
at
there in
them
a little
forever.
over 5 weeks.
Guys, we have to be mad and cancel and
Nope.
and death to Disney because they messed up. Isn't that how it works?
Hey, we're
Dude,
over
No
time.
forgiveness.
Dude, the Honda,
Ever.
so the Honda Center was a lot of fun too.
Whatever,
we
Ross.
did-
Who cares?
we
Hey,
didn't touch
the
on it.
Marvel panel Martin and I went to
Oh,
was
yeah. We
so
went to a
revealing.
great
It was
Marvel
great.
panel.
Was Scarlett Johansson there?
Fantastic.
That is for a Degens after dark.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
If it comes to Chicago, I am going to go see it in Chicago
I don't know.
I already know
this.
Ross is
And-
going to book his flight to Singapore. So.
and New York
Yeah, well, speaking
and
of
Orlando. I will see it in those 3 cities.
I don't know. I asked what you saw, and all I got told was
You had to be there.
some Deadpool dong. Anyway, all right, we'll leave that cliffhanger of what the hell was even that till next time or never.
Next time on the Dapper Degens.
101 boys, D23 in the rearview mirror. I hope that everyone is working
Hey.
on their golf game.
I got a 101 Dalmatian on here.
No, oh, so we're gonna rub the D23 trip in my face, and now you're gonna rub in the fact that all 4 of you are going to fucking Dallas.
Are we?
That's the route we're gonna go.
I don't know what you're talking
Who's
about, Will. I was just saying
That's
that,
the route we're gonna go.
no, I'm just saying it's mid-August. Hopefully everyone's got a good golf game. All right.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's exactly what you're
We
talking about.
appreciate you. Love you guys. We'll see you next time because we're not done yet.
Boom.